Oh, good evening and welcome to round number 3 of the GT Club Indycar series. We're at Indianapolis for tonight's racing. We're on the road course, not the turn left only circuit, so this should be a pretty exciting night of racing. Joining me in the commentary box at the moment, well, I definitely have the club captain making his spectacular return, Steve Giro. Steve, are you there? Can we all hear you?
I hope so, yeah, Matt.
Yeah, we got you. We got you. Welcome back, mate. It's been a very long time since we've seen you.
Yeah, it's been a while. Hopefully I'll make a comeback into the racing soon.
Yeah, that's great. Pretty happy with how GT Club has been going in your absence?
Yeah, the guys have been running it fine. Yeah, it's pretty good. Seems like these Indy cars are pretty fun to drive and to watch.
So, can we expect to see the Eagle flying around in one of those IndyCars at the next round?
I'll probably skip this series and just work on with a few of the guys for the next one. So yeah.
Yeah. Once again, great to have you back. You've been away for a while. Last time we saw you, when was the last time we saw you, guys? It's been that long.
I reckon it was the start of the TA2 muscle car series.
That's
the Trans
right.
Ams.
Yeah, that's
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, not much sim racing. You've been out in the middle of nowhere.
No, yeah, I had to stop. Just had to deal with a few things in real life, and now I'm back. Sim rigs sort of half set up, and yeah, now I'll just get back into the thick of things soon enough. Just probably work on the back end of things on the league, and go from there.
Yes. Speaking of which, if you're out there and you're looking to join a league, there is a link to the GT Club Discord. Get involved. Take part in the IndyCars. Don't do what Jake's just done and absolutely park it in the fence there. Sort of been the story of these cars all season. They're a bit touchy with the throttle. I think the driver who really picked it up best was Barber at Justin Barber here at Laguna Seca. He's sort of set the standard of running it in a gear higher than what you actually think you need to run, and that seems to help mitigate some of the wheel spin. But yeah, definitely, it's been a fantastic series. Drivemir has sort of been running the show for a little bit. There he is there. He's just made his triumphant entry into the server.
Yeah, and he's been doing a good job running the series, so congrats to him,
Yeah.
Now hopefully I can take some load off that for him, and he can focus on the racing, and yeah.
Well, how do you feel about the fixed setup that they've been doing?
Oh, so they're running fixed setup.
Now his eyes have lit up, folks. I'll tell you right now, his eyes just lit up then. He's going to get that sim rig up and he's going to be racing.
Yeah, I guess in a series like this, I guess it's good that it's probably fixed setup. I guess it just levels the playing field in the way that those guys that can't practice a lot, it just levels the field, I guess. Because I guess these kind of open wheelers, I haven't really tried this mod before, but I guess it just equals it out, as to say, because they can get pretty tricky trying to set up. And those guys who are good at setting up, they're obviously going to get a massive advantage. So I guess, I don't know. There's pros and cons, I guess, in both ways.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like one of the cons is that if the fixed setup doesn't quite suit you, you're not really going to have a fun time, I suppose. But
yeah.
I think you hit the nail on the head there. It does take a lot of the pressure off of people having to get in and test and practice and try different setups over and over and over. I know that can be a bit of a rabbit hole to disappear down to. Everyone's got lives outside of sim racing. I don't know anyone who's really been able to make a huge living out of sim racing. That's for sure.
Well, that's right. Especially being on Friday night, league. It's all about just jumping on, having fun. End of the week, most of the guys here obviously run in other leagues, like Sunday leagues where they tend to spend more time focusing on, setups and whatnot.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we guess Friday nights is just if you're itching to race, this is the best place to come. So.
Yeah, for sure. Suppose we should probably talk about this circuit, Indianapolis. What's your relationship like with this circuit? Is it a bit
Love this circuit.
You love this circuit. Okay.
I've been meaning to use this circuit in a series for a while. So yeah, I've had my eyes on it for a while. It's good that it's here. With Indycar, you can't go wrong with that combo though. So.
No, God no. It looks like we're on the Formula 1 track as well, what they were using in F1 all those years ago.
Yeah.
So
yep.
we're just riding on board with Matt Double, just gone through the first 3 corners. It's a very sort of interesting layout, this infield section. Geez, Matt just absolutely working hard at the wheel. No traction control in these cars, obviously. And you're really going to have to balance the car a bit in that twisty section, because it's sort of characterised by those long sweeping corners. And then we get up to this section here where it sort of does tighten up a little bit, but there's no rest once you get into these sections. If you mess up one corner, it really interrupts your rhythm for the rest of that section, doesn't it?
Yeah. There's no really like a high braking zone. It'll be very hard to pass, I would say.
Well, we've seen some damn good battles throughout the season so far. And we've only had 3 rounds. I think some of the best battles we had was at what was it? Was it Barber? Yeah, it was Barber Motorsport Park, round number 1. And we had, I think, at one stage it was 7 cars all battling for the lead. Everyone was right up behind each other, giving each other room. It wasn't a punt fest, which was great. And then Laguna Seca just backed it up as well, with plenty of battles up and down the field. It's been actually so hard doing the race direction and commentating these events, this series, which is great. I was going to ask something else about the circuit. Oh, that's right. A little bit of a fun fact. Around this track, they actually do a go-kart race. Would you believe?
Oh, really? They got a go-kart track in the infield?
No. They have an event around this track. It's called Battle at the Brickyard. Let's see. I know that they join onto the track here, and they take these first few corners all the way up to about this section here, and then they do a little U-turn up this very service road. Oh no, it can't be that service road. Maybe this track isn't modelled perfectly.
Well, that's what I was thinking, yeah.
Yeah, it's... but they end up rejoining the track somewhere along here, and it's a huge event over there. They have like 60 drivers per class, which is unbelievable.
Oh wow!
And it's just basically slipstream battles for days.
That would be crazy to see 60 go-karts going around.
Well, they run the shifters around there, and I think they're hitting well over 180 kilometers per hour.
Oh yeah, I would imagine that would be the case. You wouldn't want, like a single gear kart going around there.
No, they do. Here's a good one. They actually have the Briggs and Stratton class, which is a 206cc 4-stroke cylinder engine, produces about 8 horsepower, and they actually race them at that event, and it is it's really entertaining, actually. You wouldn't think it, but it's entertaining. It's basically Moto 3.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, well, 1 second you're leading, and then next second you're down in 15th.
You're last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, fun fact about Indianapolis right there. And it doesn't look like we're having any tyres exploding around the bank section, so that's good.
Yeah.
No Michelin out there, so yeah, Michelin. Yeah. So Harley Marshall on top at the moment. 1:12.011, just ahead of Barber and Magruder. Magruder made his first appearance last round. He was a bit of a showstopper at Laguna. And then Chris Munro, another one of the showstoppers, really. He seemed to be having a competition with himself to see how far he could drop down the field and then fight back, and then drop down again and then fight back.
In great Munro fashion, eh?
Yes, you've got experience with Chris Munro with your AK racing days.
Maybe. I wouldn't say I've got experience. He was in a different kind of league with when it comes to V8 supercars and myself.
I think you held
I've had some battles with him in here and there, but yeah.
Well, from memory, kept him honest in GT3, but yeah, supercars are completely different.
Yeah. I had some good battles with him in the mini series. I think
Oh
a few
yes,
times.
yeah, great times, great times.
Yeah.
Love the minis. Hope they bring them back.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah. All right, so practice is wrapping up here. Looks like we got 16 drivers in the server, cutting laps. Hopefully, we end up with a little bit more. But just great. It's just great to see this series just moving from strength to strength. Honestly.
Yeah.
Your man right down here in ninth, but as we've seen all season and well, any time on this channel, if Dravamir's in the server, you can't write him off just because he's having a tough time in practice.
Oh, that's right. He's probably doing some race times, as you can say, like a race setup. So
Well, I think what they can do is they can adjust the aero, the gearing, and the tyre pressures, I want to say. I don't think they can adjust anything else. So
is there a pit stop? Are they doing pit stops?
No. So it will be two 30-minute races. Reverse grid top 10 for race 2. That's been working quite well.
Nice.
And in yeah, go on.
I'm just thinking, like, obviously they have to top it up from the start to run it to the end if there's no pit stops. So
just looking up and down the entry list. I think this is a new no, Matt Williams. Matt Williams isn't a new driver, is he?
I think we've had Matt Williams in before.
I know we've had Corey Williams. But, yeah, don't remember Matt Williams, but yeah, well, if he's new, welcome. John Harris, I believe he was made his debut at Laguna. He sort of had another one of those up and down races, but I think he could be a bit of a threat as the series goes on. As the clock ticks down, we have 13 seconds left. Harris does improve a 15.0. Was that a 15? Yeah, 15.059. So a little bit off of Magruder's top time. In fact, Magruder going top by 0.090 of a second. That is stupidly tight. All right, let's wrap up practice. So Magruder on top, Harley Marshall second, Barber third, Chris Munro fourth, Catlin in fifth. Then we have Matt Double, Vladimir Rudenko. So we've got two Vladimirs in this series now. Ash Flash, yeah, gonna get confused there. Guscott in 9th, Owen Page in 10th, the Brit there, good for him. Joshua Rickers in 11th, Dravomir in 12th, but don't write him off. Harris 13th, Matt Williams 14th, Scowen in 15th, and Lauren McLaughlin, don't think he really cut any laps. He's down there in 16th, but yeah, that is that for practice. Not really seeing anyone else. Hopefully, we see a few more drivers jump on in. Saw a couple of drivers do that at Laguna. They didn't do the race, but they certainly practice, but they certainly did qualifying in the race. So yeah, now we have to. Now we wait. Now we wait.
The driver's briefing.
Driver's briefing and service swap. So yeah, yeah. Tell you what,
Wonder what? How are these cars with aero? Like, are they? Is it a high aero car? I'm not even sure, 100%.
not too sure. I don't know much about the IndyCar series itself. I just know that it is where Formula One drivers go to retire. And certainly some, but it gets mixed up with a few drivers who want to make the leap to Formula One. Like Pat O'Ward is a name that realistically will end up in Formula One eventually.
Yeah.
But yeah. Otherwise, I don't really have much experience. I know it's really close racing over there. They do too much. They do too much street circuits. That's my only complaint. Stop doing street circuits.
What circuits do you want? Like ovals?
Oh God, no. God, no. No, left and right.
Just normal
Yeah,
race circuit.
road courses. America's got heaps
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
Heaps and heaps and heaps.
Well, I'm sure that's where Scotty McLaughlin went, isn't it?
Yes, it is, and he's been doing quite well over there. Let's see. I do have my phone on me. What do you know? Let's see. Scott McLaughlin. Let's see. 2021 results. I think he was close to Rookie of the Year last season.
I think it was Rookie of the Year his first season. I reckon he's won a couple races since then.
Oh yes, he has. I think he won St. Petersburg and let's see. As soon as I find any results. Come on, Google. Why you suck so much? This is quality streaming right here, by the way. Scotty McLaughlin also came second in his first oval race. That's a bit of an achievement, actually. I think a lot of drivers who are just making their first attempt at oval, they sort of struggle with the ovals. It's yeah, difficult, very difficult.
He's doing well there, at least.
Oh yeah, he's definitely making his
Good.
name.
It's good. Other than seeing, I think it's Max Powers, the other Aussie. Is that right?
Willpower.
Sorry, is it Will Power? No.
It's close.
Shows how much I know.
But yeah, well, both names are pretty cool. Like Max Power and then Willpower.
Yeah.
Like both fine, upstanding names. But yeah, he's been going great. Have you been what sort of racing have you been keeping up with during your break?
Myself, none. Like
jeez.
personally, no. Yeah.
Really? Oh.
Yeah. I've only just sort of half set my sim rig up now, so.
Oh, but I mean,
nothing in real life.
Nothing
No.
in real life.
No.
Do you get into any racing series in real life or nah?
Nah, not really.
Ah.
Not on a professional level.
No,
I do go out on track days, but yeah.
But you I meant do you as a spectator even?
Oh, when I can, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Locally, yeah, for sure.
Locally? Fair enough. Fair enough.
locally.
Yeah. Now you mentioned track
Yeah.
days. Interesting.
Yeah, I go on track days.
Yeah, what have you got?
Myself,
Yeah.
um, I've got an Ford Falcon that I take on track day. It's
An
like a
X.
half track car, half road car.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Ooh, nice. Very nice. Straight six turbo.
Turbo. So
Nice.
it's a XR6 turbo, yeah.
Very nice. That's probably the best Falcon you can get. The V8 was
Yeah,
terrible.
it's nothing crazy. It's pretty
Mm.
mild. That's all you need, really.
Oh, even straight from the factory, those XR6 turbos, they go like
Yeah,
cut snakes.
yeah,
It's amazing. It's terrifying as well. But
yeah, yeah. That's good fun, you need to do it.
mm. Oh yeah, well, obviously I've been racing go-karts, but I also used to. Well, I mean, I did have a CBR 600 motorbike. Did track days
Oh,
with that, and I've just pretty well announced that I'm looking forward to getting into motorbike racing with a CBR 1000.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be wild.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, on the 600, I hit 265 k's per hour. So on the 1000, I'm expecting 300.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you hit the 300 mark, eh?
I reckon I could. I reckon I could. It's all about getting
It's a
the
bit
drive.
wild on a bike.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was tough. But 265, you duck out behind the windscreen, and you just about get ripped off the bike. Oh, yeah. Good evening to Valkstar as well. First time chatter. Welcome to the channel. And also shout out to Brock8244 for the follow that was off stream yesterday, which is funny because I could have sworn he was already a follower. Oh, we are in the server. Let me just start a screen share for you, Steve. There we go. So we've got one. Well, everyone's starting to jump into the server now. They've got 15 minutes to set their qualifying time. And we have cars heading out now. I don't know who. Well, Chris Munro naturally leading them all out on circuit. What are we sort of expecting for qualifying? Let me
I'm
just
not sure.
There we go. Fix that.
What was the times that were set in practice? Sorry, I forgot.
111s, I believe. So
Ooh.
could we see a high
Low 11
110?
or
Yeah. Let's see. Let's pick a driver. Pick a driver. Any driver will do.
myself?
Yeah, you.
Well, we'll go with Chris Munro since he's on screen.
Okay. So, for those of you out there in chat, where do you think Chris Munro is going to qualify? Is he going to qualify in the top 5, top 10, top 15, or will he be out of the top 15? I'll give you guys about 5 minutes to think about it. There you go. Get some channel points happening and bet away as Chris Munro starts the first of the flying laps. And I'll bring up our sector times. Okay. So I don't think Chris will have any problems with lap traffic on his first flyer. So it should be a rather clean lap for him. Jump on board with him. Now this corner here that Chris is currently going through now, that's a very interesting corner, isn't it? Because we're going to see a few different lines through there. Like we've seen Chris taking that tight hug the curb line, but you can really turn that into a bit of a double apex corner. So
Yeah, you almost look like one too.
I have to say, I love that section. I mean, last time I drove this circuit, I was playing Grid Autosport, but that section, that little left, right, left, I love that section. That was great fun. So
What speeds do these things get up to?
what speed are these
He's
things
doing
getting up to?
270, 280.
Well, there
Who's
we
hitting
go.
280, 290?
290. Think. Well, sort of flicked over to 300 then. Maybe drop the wing a little bit and run less wang, and yeah, you'll be hitting 300 easy. As well, Munro did initially go to the top, but oh, there we go. Dravelmere straight into the 12s. So, what were we saying before? Never discount Dravelmere.
Yeah.
Yep. You just can't discount him. As now we're saying Purple's times being lit up. It looks like Matt Williams that was parked over to the side there. Oh, look at that. Double 0.150 up on Drav's time. We see Catlin, he's on an improvement as well, but he's not going to set the timing sectors alight. Munro's lost a bit of time in Sector 2, unfortunately. So has Matt Double, but Marshall, this man right here, he is on for a fly-up. I think he's going to upset Dravelmere's qualifying with 11 minutes to go. So Munro to the top, 12.7, not bad, but immediately another 12.7 from Marshall. Still got a few quick drivers out there that could sort of threaten the top 5, I'd like to say. This guy here, Ash Flash, best name you could have for, as a race driver, I reckon. He's been a... I reckon he has taken the place of Justin Rediex as the dark horse in GT Club. This guy,
right.
he flies under the radar, but then come racing, he's there or thereabouts. As he goes 7th fastest, 14.055. But yeah,
I
watch
think
this
Justin
guy.
will appreciate that. You know, he'll be listening and he'll be like,
Well, I actually
nah.
I was talking to him last night. The night before. We're doing some Wreckfest together.
Okay.
He's thinking about it. He's thinking about jumping into these.
He shouldn't think. He should just do.
Yeah, exactly.
Justin, if you're listening, you're missing out, mate.
Yeah. Don't know if he is in chat. Don't think he is. He might be lurking. Usually does lurk. But yeah, Ash Flash, he's certainly a driver to keep an eye on. He's done a personal best in Sector 1. Rick is also going personal best in Sector 1. And oh, there we go. Around he goes and straight back to pit lane. So let's join in with Rickers with the all-white car. It apparently should be the Jimmy Johnson livery. So Barber up into 6th. Expect a little bit more from Barber. He's sort of been the guy to watch this in this early half of the season. Well, Rick is in the slipstream of, I don't know who it was, not Rudenko, but well, so I'm seeing a little bit of gamesmanship going on in qualifying. Everyone just sort of getting it out of each other's way. Not wanting to be... how much do you reckon the slipstream will give?
Not sure. You think with these cars it'll give quite a bit. I think. I don't know.
But then you got to deal with this section here where you lose the aero grip through these twists and turns. But God, you sort of want to time it so that you get onto the back of someone who's a little bit slower than you. Oh, McGruther, our provisional pole sitter, just got it a bit wrong onto this back short chute.
It's easy to overshoot it, isn't it?
Here we go, purple sector 2. That's a sizable gap too for Harley Marshall. He's pulled back 2/10 on McGruther's time. So Dravelmere goes up into 3rd. Marshall goes into provisional pole. Sort of waiting to see Laurie set a time. He's waited half the session to actually go out on circuit. So Laurie McLaughlin starts his first flying lap. We're right on board with him. Down on top speed. And misses the turn 1 apex. I think Laurie knows this circuit as well as he knows the Australian circuits. Ooh. I don't think he's practiced.
Yeah. He's being very cautious, you know.
Very cautious. He just wants that banker time, doesn't he?
Get one on the board, then you push.
Exactly. As he tips it through this second twists and turns section. Staying well away from the curbs as well, I've noticed, as he just locks it up a little bit. See what time he sets. I'm not seeing anyone lighting up the sectors yet. So we'll hang around with Laurie for a little bit. Grabs the brake.
Got C. Munro up in first.
Oh yeah, 12-5 for Chris Munro. He's he was up by 0.2 in the first sector and then lost it in the middle sector. I have to say that's a pretty cool livery, the Brawn GP livery.
Yeah.
Works well with the Indycars. I think that's Matt Double just behind him with the Toyota livery. Ooh, that made me sweat. That made me sweat.
Yeah.
Looking up and down the timing board, no one really going quick. I'm seeing improvements from Guscott. He does a 14.1. Ricker's on for an improvement as well. He heads through to start the final sector about now. So he's down by a second on Munro's time. But that should bump him into the top 10 if he can keep the momentum going onto the main straight. As he comes across the line, he does do a 14.047. It does just get him into the top 10. See how long he can stay in there, though. So, Rudenko also on him for an improvement. He loses a touch coming out of the second sector. I think a few people having a bit of a drama with that middle sector. Well, that's interesting. Did you hear that when the car was flying down the main straight there? It was sort of sounded like it was dragging.
Almost like it was on a limiter, man, or something.
Yeah, it sounded like it was dragging something. Yeah, interesting. Yeah.
It almost sounded like he was on the limiter.
Yeah, yeah.
So he might have different ratios in.
Struggles to get the car pointed in through that fast sector, fast right-hander. So I have to say that that corner, it's a bit of a mongrel, this corner. It starts tight and then it opens up, but it doesn't open up the way you think it opens up.
Yeah.
When you're in the car, yeah. Oh yeah, I can get on the throttle early here. Oh no, I'm in the grass. It's a very awkward corner. Let's ride on board with Vladimir, and we'll see if we can get to the bottom of that noise. I think you're right. I think he's on the limiter. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Bashing that limiter. Oh, he here we go. Munro, purple sector 1. And he's flying at the moment. Had the car a little bit. Yeah, he had a little bit of a slide there coming onto the straight. Now tips it in. Left, then right, then left again. And watch how much space he takes here, right over the curb. And he's really improving. Could be looking at a very low 12. Seeing the live delta on the steering wheel there. 2/10 up. There we go, 12.3. So, already Chris Munro asking questions of his rivals tonight. Harris also on for an improvement, although he's 2 seconds off of Munro's time. We'll see where he ends up. He's on course for a 14.8. See what he can do. Well, he picks up a second on his previous best. He's getting out of it. He'll jump back to pit lane. Rickers up into the top 10. So, hasn't been the most exciting qualifying session. It's just been Chris Munro that's been setting the track on fire. Hello, Rickers there, trying his best to start a fire, shooting out sparks on the curbs. Oh, here we go, Barber now. Ooh, purple sector 2. See if he can get onto the front 2 rows of the grid with this time. So he crosses the line and he goes 4th and bumps Druvmir off the 2nd row of the grid. So, and he actually got over the line for another attempt too, so maybe you might see an improvement for Barber. Ooh, didn't quite get the best run through turn 4 though. You can see how much that's cost him.
It's cost him quite a bit.
Yeah, these...
And there's not many places where you can crawl that time back.
No, not unless you really messed up a corner. So, oh, big rotation there for Barber. In fact, he's been bumped off the 2nd row by Druvmir. So, bit of a tit for tat there. Gusket's going on for a good run. He's up in sector 1. He's lost a little bit in sector 2, and he's had a real bad run onto the banked section. So he heads around the final corner. It's on for an improvement though. He's picking up time. I think maybe he's extended his gear ratio. And he does in fact bump McLaughlin. No, never mind. We'll have to actually jump out of this and back to pit so we can actually...
Laurie's actually gone into the top 10.
No, he hasn't.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So when people jump out of the server, unfortunately, ACC TV, yeah, doesn't leave the times where they were. So that catches me out a lot too. So anyway, we'll run through the real qualifying order. So Chris Munro, your pole sitter, standing next to him will be Harley Marshall. Row 2, we'll see Druvmir and Magruder sharing the 2nd row. Row 3, we have Barber and Matt Double. Keep an eye on those two. They're quite good at moving forward in the race. Jake Catlin and Vladimir Rudenko off of row 4. Row 5 is Gusket and Ash Flash. Again, keep an eye on Ash Flash. He is certainly a lot better in the races. Josh Rickers in 11th. Owen Page 12th. Jonathan Harris and Matt Williams and Laurie McLaughlin rounding out the final of the runners. Laurie having a bit of a tough time there in qualifying. So, did we actually have anyone? No, we didn't have anyone dive into the predictions. So, start a new prediction. Are we going to have a clean start to this race? What do you think, Steve?
Of course.
Of course.
I think turn one. has a lot of room, so
Should mention it is a rolling start, so
ah,
well,
makes things more interesting.
oh yeah, oh yeah. I don't know, it's GT Club. These guys are good at the first corner. There's never any problems with the first corner. Here we go. Now we've got some bets coming in. A lot of people putting in putting in some points for the surefire results, I suppose. A lot of people. Well, not there. We go. We have people betting on no now. Like, eesh. Who's done that? Huminator? No, you're not racing, mate. You can't huminate people. God, no faith. No faith, Steve. No faith.
There isn't.
No faith, but there is faith from Lemon Gust. He believes in the ability of GT Club. Good man, Lemon. Just waiting for the server tick over to the race. Steve, was there anyone that that you thought was a bit of a surprise in qualifying?
Well, there's a few new guys that I don't know, so um, can't really say.
Hmm.
There's a lot of drivers that that are new. I don't know, been away for a while, so um, it does look like it's going to be an entertaining race from at the front of the field and at the rear. So it's pretty close in the two different type of sections, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, uh, not really surprised that Chris Munro put on the front row. He sort of started to get to grips with these cars pretty well. Probably a little bit surprised that Barber wasn't further up the grid. He's been pretty rapid. So
Right. Okay.
yeah. There we are. That's what we want. We want to share the screen for you. So now the big question is someone going to jump the start? Because someone, I think every single race in the series, we have had at least one person jump the start before the start of the actual race.
Oh, and then
Yep, drive through.
they get a drive through.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Oh yeah.
Um, uh, well, hopefully not.
Well, we'll see. Hopefully, everyone's learnt the lessons of the last two rounds. One person who won't be making that mistake, I'm sure, will be this guy here, Harley Marshall. He put it on pole position at round one and then jumped the start and got a drive through. So threw away that pole position.
Yeah,
Another one who jumped
that's
the start.
That's a harsh lesson.
It is Vladimir Rudenko. He's made the mistake at Laguna Seca, and I think that was it. We didn't have anyone else make the mistake, but we've still got 3 rounds left to go. So speaking of remaining rounds, if you want to get involved with the remaining rounds for the IndyCar series, there's the GT Club Discord. Let's have a quick look at what you guys have got left in this. I wonder if I've actually put in the right link. That might be a link for AK. Hang on a second.
Either way.
Either way, yeah. AK's a good league as well.
AK is a good affiliate of ours, so
yeah,
there's nothing wrong with supporting them.
Yep.
Either AK or GT Club.
Yeah, there you go. There's GT Club right there. So join them. That's definitely a link to the GT Club Discord. Okay, so there we go. We've got cars moving off for the rolling start, and I will give you a remaining round as soon as I can. Here we go. So After this one, we've got Road America, Long Beach, and then Circuit of the Americas. I think I'm looking forward to Long Beach and Circuit of the Americas.
Oh, Long Beach.
Mm.
Long Beach and Road America are going to be a bit hairy in these things, I think. I'm not sure if these cars really like bumps.
Well, they're open wheelers. I don't think open wheelers like bumps at all. So.
Yeah, so Road America is going to be really interesting. Quite a bumpy track.
Well, I mean, Circuit of the Americas is also not exactly.
But F1's run on that, so it wouldn't be that bad.
Well, I suppose it depends on how accurate the model is, because I know that the MotoGP guys were complaining about the bumps. I think they had actually fixed up the circuit. I think Circuit of the Americas is one of my favourite American circuits.
Yeah, it's a good track for sure.
This is looking a bit awkward. We got people weaving left and right, and some are trying to maintain the double formation. We're not ghosted, lads. Be careful.
Well, I'm surprised they're going a bit slow. That's can't really warm up your tyres going that speed.
No. Well, it's sort of working out for Chris Munro because this is just, well, the clock has already started. But, interestingly, I haven't seen much weaving from Chris Munro. Seeing a lot of weaving from his front row compatriot Harley Marshall, but none from Chris Munro. As the field starts to form up 2 by 2, we're going to quickly fly around to the start line. Oh, we have a car. That's me. Oh, that was flashbacks to that AK race, wasn't it? Whew, glad I picked up on that one. Whoa, that was a loud beep. We are set for a start, and we are away and racing. And oh, who's that? Who's had a great start? That looks like Matt Double, who's just flown up the inside. We're going to go 4 wide into turn 1. This usually doesn't work out very well, and I think Matt Double has taken the whole shot. Munro looking to go around the long way, but oh, look at that, clean to Justin Barber. He has ruined it for everyone who went for a clean start to this race. He has binned it, but Matt Double, great start from Matt Double.
That's an outstanding start. He came from, I think, 5th? 4th or 5th?
Well, he's got some company with him. That's Chris Munro. But yeah, Matt Double looking to make hay while the sun shines. I think there would have been more than a few people on that start clenching. So they went 4 wide. Oh no! Seeing some weird shapes being made by the Munro car.
Here's a slipstream.
Oh, here's that slipstream. Push to pass. Oh, Matt Double has already used a push to pass as he's forcing Munro to go the long way around, and Chris Munro round the outside, but I think he overcooks it, but luckily, the way the track is set up, he's just been able to hold on to it. So for everyone joining in for the first time, if you look down the left-hand side where the tower is, you'll see a little green box next to the driver's race number. What that indicates is their push to pass. Now when it's green, it means it's available. When it turns yellow, that means the driver is using it, and when it is blue, it's unavailable. And each driver has 10 pushes of push to pass. Ooh, I don't know about you, Steve, but looking at how the 185 is warping around a bit, I think we're going to have the dreaded disconnect coming for Chris Munro.
Yeah, that would be unfortunate. See how we go. Ooh.
it's not hurting him at the moment. Fast lap of the race. Here comes Matt Double. He thought about the move. He was very close to giving a little nudge to Munro. So they head through the first 3 corners again. Gap opening up, but interestingly, it's the top 7 that are still relatively nose to tail. Well, for Matt Double, he's now got a big problem with Harley Marshall ranging up onto the back of him. So the Marshall, he's seeing Munro just starting to skip away. The gap now over a second. So, oh, Marshall he hangs on to it. And he saved it really, really well. But unfortunately, he's going to lose all those positions. He drops down to 7th behind Catlin. Rudenko's had a pretty decent start as well. Let's have a look at the progress of each driver. So Rudenko, almost the best of the starters with 4 positions. The only driver who's done better is Matt Double, apparently.
Yeah, with that wild start. Oh.
There's our intervals back. Pretty well got 2 groups formed here. Although Barber, his start, his fight back is already up to 12th, and he's chasing down. Oh, Laurie McLaughlin's binned it just behind, but Matt Williams is just coming under pressure now from Barber. Oh, we have another spin, and that is Catlin. So there's another freebie for Justin Barber. In fact, well, let's bring up a new prediction. Where is Barber going to finish at the end of this race? There we go. Get those channel points happening. Reckon he can get to the top 5? Let's see if he uses push to pass. Matt Williams has been using push to pass as defence. Here we go. I think Barber's made it. Oh, he's going to go the long way around, but sweeps in front of Williams. That was pretty textbook.
Yeah, that was a pretty clean pass. But it's possible he'll get into 5th. If the guys up there have a battle going on, he could claw his way back.
The thing is, Barber is a very quick driver. He's very consistent, and these cars are very easy to make a mistake in.
Yeah.
So Harley Marshall has just got around Rudenko, so I was about to say that Rudenko is doing pretty well. So
he almost looked like he made a mistake. That's
yep.
Yeah.
So he got a curse without actually being cursed. We've got to keep track of our curses as well, by the way. There's a real problem on this channel with commentators and cursing people.
I think our job is... How are we going to make this interesting tonight, Matt? So...
Oh, well, we don't need to make it interesting. Look at this. We've got Dravelmere. He's got Magruder all over the back of him. Magruder looking for the better drive as they head up towards this long left-hander. It's a really good place for a dive bomb if you're keen and aggressive. Oh, Dravelmere, no! Oh no, did he? Oh, I thought for a second there he got the front of the car wedged under the fence, but he'll recover. So that's what I was saying. These cars are very easy to make a mistake in, and there's a freebie for Barber.
I wonder if he got like any significant damage there, like, and if that hurts him.
I think
he didn't hit the wall hard, but you know sometimes.
I think there's only 25% damage in the server, so So, decent battle here. Oh, Owen Page has binned it. Fortunately, that might bring Rickers back into it. Now we're starting to see some gaps forming, except for this battle for 7th. This sort of train stretching all the way down to 10th place. You can actually go to 11th if you want to stretch it out to include Matt Williams. But, certainly a few drivers out of position here. Barber, Dravomir and Catlin, they were all up there in that lead group, putting pressure on, I think it was Rudenko. Unfortunately, just a few little mistakes here and there have just sent them tumbling down the leaderboard. Ooh. Just saw that out of the corner of my eye. Now, this is something interesting. I've just been sort of looking up and down the push to passes. Chris Munro, he has got all 10 saved up. As does Harris as well. Susie D, this is race 1. Welcome to the stream, by the way. So come the last few laps, I think Chris Munro is just going to start using up those push to passes just to get the fastest lap.
Yeah. Well, he's just running that consistent and having free air that he's managed to pull a 4-second gap from Matt Double, which he's having a battle with McGrather, is that right?
Yeah, McGrather. Well, that's probably better pronunciation than how I've said it. I've been saying it McGrather, but McGrather probably is the better way to pronounce it, actually. Yeah, we're just seeing 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. They've all got 7 push to passes left, so they've been. For Matt Double, he's been using it as a defensive measure. Everyone else has been using it in an offensive manner. Oh, McGrather now getting a great drive out onto this back straight. Saw him initially catch up a little bit to Matt Double with a big slide, and around he goes. So the pressure got to Matt Double there, and that's elevated Marshall onto the podium, and Rudenko gets back into 4th place, and here comes Ash Flash. Ooh, big snap there. He somehow manages to save it.
Maybe the tyres are going. I'm not sure how these tyres last, but...
They do last the entire race distance, but if you have a spin, you've just got to be patient. You can't just... you got to let the tyres come down a bit.
Well, this definitely helps Barber and Drav, so...
Yep. But what I say, Ash Flash, sitting in 5th. I've now cursed him.
Oh, there's a good battle behind him with Drav.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dravomir forcing Barber to go defensive. Barber dives into the first corner, goes in deep. Oh, who's that that's gone straight ahead? That's Jake Catlin. And Matt Double has pulled up. See, everyone's being so careful on the grass. They don't want to cook the tyres. Anyway, let's see if Ash Flash can keep Barber and Dravomir behind him. What we saw at round number 1 was that Ash Flash is really good at making his car very, very wide. Fortunately, he's coming up to a very, very difficult part of the circuit to defend. Down this long main straight. So now we're right on board with Barber. So he's got the slipstream. Unfortunately, he has no push to pass available, and he just pulls out. That was easy.
Yeah, it didn't seem Ash Flash tried to defend too hard either. It's just thinking that it's just past halfway and...
Oh!
Ooh,
Just keeps it on the track there.
that was a free pass for Drav, so...
Yep. Well, I've known Ash for a little while. He races in the Sim Masters as well on Sunday nights. So he's got a fair bit of experience with racing. And he seems to be a pretty sensible driver too. Doesn't make too many silly decisions out on track. He'll probably
Well, I think it just showed there, wasn't it? Like, I think he knew that Barber had a lot more pace than him, and he didn't make it too difficult. By using up all his push to passes, trying to defend, I think he just let it go.
We'll see Barber using push to pass all the way down the front straight. And he's just run out of push to pass as he crosses the line. Don't know how long the push to pass lasts.
Probably around a few seconds, probably 5 seconds or so. I've used push to pass in other car mods, and they seem to last around 5 seconds, I think.
I'll have to go through the data file and just find out. So, sort of see a battle starting to brew here between Jonathan Harris and Williams, and just behind is Owen Page. So this might get a little bit tasty, and this is actually a very important battle, because this is pole position for race 2. Williams goes in deep, and Harris will make that fairly easy. Williams being very conservative through that first sector. That allows Page to close in on the back. Page, he will ideally want to dispatch Matt Williams as quickly as possible, so he can try and launch an attack on Jonathan Harris. Here we go, Williams and Page both on push to pass, but I think Page, with the better drive, he should be able to get this done easily. Now Williams ducks into the slipstream. He goes the old slingshot off the speedway section. Oh, that was beautiful. Oh, Matt Double's in pit lane too. Oh, that's interesting. It's
Tires. I reckon his tires. Oh, he's missed it.
Oh, he has missed it.
He's
Yeah.
missed this.
Oh no. Oh, this is not going well for Matt Double.
Oh. I don't know what that was about.
Fuel. I reckon it'll be fuel.
Yeah, but it was almost like he was trying to find his pit box.
Yeah, and then, fuel goes in rather quickly in a set of Corsa. So he finally managed to find his pit bay. And, yeah. Quick splash and dash, off you go. But that's pretty well ruined any chance he's had of, fighting for the front. Although...
Well, maybe, I guess his goal will try to be to go into the top 10, at least in 10th. So he'll be in pole for the next race. If he can catch that time, we're coming to the tail end of the race where tyres will start coming off.
Yeah,
people will start making mistakes. If he can keep it clean, it's possible. I think his goal will be 10th at least.
Well, that's something I just noticed then. I've been sort of a bit ignorant of it because I've just noticed that there are 2 tyre compounds that the drivers can pick up. So we've got basically the top 7 are all on softs. Jonathan Harris is on the hard tyre. Matt Williams and Guscott and Flash and Laurie McLaughlin are all on the harder tyre. So maybe you might be onto something there with tyres being an issue for a few drivers.
Yeah, It's it's just the matter of how good the softs are at the end of the race.
Hmm.
You know, sometimes there are tires that can come off and then, but it's still drivable.
Hmm.
Or are these things like slippery and a handful? I haven't driven them, so I don't know.
Oh, this is a great exchange here, Harris and Page. Now, Page was on the push to pass. Interestingly, Jonathan Harris has not used any push to pass either. So, maybe just waiting for the last few minutes to start abusing that push to pass button. Oh, big slide! Oh! Page and Harris make contact, but, oh, no harm, no foul. Keep going.
I hope I hope they just assign the button to use push to pass. Maybe they haven't even done that.
Well, we had a few people in the first round. They just, as Page goes and bins it, so that hands the position straight back to Harris. We had a few drivers in round one. They just did not know what push to pass was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then someone explained it at the end of race one to the drivers, and suddenly everyone was abusing the push to pass button in race two. So
Used it in the first part of the race.
Oh yeah, I think it was Zach Scowen who is probably in chat instead of on track. What are you doing, Zach? I think he was abusing the push to pass button so much. I think in the first 10 minutes he used 5. But, you got to manage that. This is turning into a pretty important battle here. We got Page, Guscott, and Flash. Flash just sort of showing the nose there. So this is Flash's opportunity to have a repeat of round number 1 in race 2. Ooh, we've got some connection issues going on here. And now these guys are actually catching Harris as well. Oh, that's a car way off.
Harris has binned it. Harris has binned it.
Yeah, he has. What's going on there? Has he picked up damage, or he is not in a hurry to get back on track? But, that elevates Ash Flash up into 10th, which gives him provisional pole. Assuming that Matt Double doesn't just range up onto the back of them.
He's 13 seconds, 14 seconds behind. It'll be a bit of a stretch, I would say.
We'll see what lap times Double is doing. So we're into the 14s as Chris Munro goes fastest lap at 12.5. Just a casual 12.5, that's all.
I think he realised, he goes, I've got all these push and passes.
Oh no! Yeah. Flash, he bins it, just got a little bit too excited. Well,
and this is Double's chance now.
Oh yeah, where is Matt Double? There he is, and there is Ash Flash there. So Matt Double, he's had to get out of it to try and pick his way past. Wasn't sure which way Flash was going to go.
Oh, squeezed in there.
Now, Matt Double has got a huge issue trying to get round Ash Flash. So Flash goes a little bit deep.
And Ash Flash's Ash's tyres will be hurting right now.
Well, importantly as well, Matt Double has got...
Ash... Yep.
Well, Double is just on push to pass now. Ash
well, I was
also
going to say Ash put... I was going to say Ash put engaged push to pass really early onto that straight.
Trying to get that little jump to get to the top speed as quickly as possible. But, Double was also on push to pass, but Double has got 4 left. Ash has only got 2.
Yeah, so
Just
Matt really has to play this right. Use those. Oh,
yeah, we've got a bit of a
connection
TARDIS
issues
as
there.
well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
here's
no,
an
he's just pushed
opportunity.
it too.
Oh!
He's held it. That's a good job there.
And here we go. Double's got the better drive onto the back straight. Watch him hit the push to pass. There we go. Bit of extra horsepower, and there goes Matt Double into 10th place. So, Double in the box seat for race 2, that's for sure. They've also got the second place driver of McGruther, ranging up onto the back of them, as well as Marshall.
Well, Ash Flash is having a dive. He's got push to pass engaged.
Yep.
And he's coming back.
But, Matt Double also on push to pass 2 as we head up into the first corner. Flash's best option here will be to try and get Double to compromise all his exits, so he can have a bit of a chance. And he's thrown it away.
I think he's just overheated his tires.
Yep, I'd say he just got a little bit too excited about being on the back of Matt Double and trying to, when you get into that sort of heat of the battle where you just sort of, if I just stick to him a little bit closer, I can have a lunge at this corner, and you just put yourself under that bit too much pressure and it's just spin out.
Yeah, and it's easy to do.
Oh yeah, super easy to do. Speaking of battles, so Page on push to pass, and he will make the move pretty easy on Gusket, but oh no, Gusket's fighting back already as we head into the first braking zone, and I think Gusket will have enough ponies just to keep in front. They've got the race leader, Chris Munro, just slithing his way through them. As we head into the last 2 minutes of this race, probably have 2 laps left. Always just have that involuntary wince whenever I see someone just take a little bit too much curb in these cars. So Gusket's starting to use that push to pass. He's only got 2 left. Page has got to really pick his moment. He's only got 1 shot of push to pass. So,
well, he's only got a minute, so he's only got what? A lap, 2 laps at most. So
I believe it's 30 minutes plus 1 lap.
So
yeah, he's just got to be patient here.
Is that traffic ahead, or is that? I would say that's traffic ahead. So this can.
Well, that's it's Chris Munro just ahead of Gusket there. I'm not seeing any other traffic.
Oh, okay. So that's Chris Munro. So okay.
Yeah.
So they've been lapped.
Yep.
Oh, so that won't be traffic.
Nope. Oh, I thought Page was going to find the grass there. He only just managed to get the start of that curb.
Last corner was on. That was a really good. He's already hitting the limiter.
Yeah.
Wow. So there's no point even push past.
Yeah. Well,
look,
Page Page has definitely got too short a ratio.
Yeah.
You see that Gusket's
that's just not going to help him at all.
No. And now he's out of push to pass. Gusket's got 1 shot left. Now, this is going to be very, very important as, well, this is the penultimate lap. Yeah,
I just don't see, with such a short gear ratio.
Oh.
Oh no, he's held it, but that's
Yeah, well saved. I mean, worst comes to worst for Page. He's still starting off the front row for race number 2.
Oh yeah, that's a. He's done a great job, getting to 9th. I just hope he knows, or that gear ratio just doesn't give him
No.
doesn't do any favors for him. So
No, not at all.
there's just no way that he can even defend or overtake. So yeah, hopefully he realizes that.
Just looking at the progress at the moment, Page has he's had a pretty good race. He's made up 4 positions, but it's this man here, Vladimir Rudenko. He's just sort of flown under the radar a little bit. He's up 5 positions. That is pretty good going for him.
Fantastic job. Yeah. That's a great effort.
Hang on a second. Let's. There we go. There's the intervals. He might come into a little bit of problems on this last lap because, well, that's Dravomir right behind him. So the 2 Vlads are going at it.
2 Vlads.
Yep. Vlad A and Vlad B. We're right on board now with Dravomir. Drav's got to be a little bit careful as well because Barber's right behind him too. Only take one mistake from Drav and Barber will have him.
Yeah.
Same could be said about Rudenko too.
Well, yeah, that's right. So if he makes a mistake, he can lose 2 spots. So.
And, well, Chris Munro, we've just missed him crossing the line, but that is a pretty dominating race there for Chris Munro. Magruder will come around the final corner now. He's done more than enough to hold off Marshall. Marshall a little bit behind. Oh no, Dravomir has made a mistake. We were just saying don't make a mistake.
We brought on the commentator's cursor on the wrong time.
Oh, we cursed him. He's probably listening to the stream and just gone, oh yeah, they're right, don't make a mistake. But great performance from Rudenko. He slots into the top 5. Barber comes home. Great recovery for him. He binned it at turn 1. He comes home in 5th. And then Catlin, not a bad recovery from Catlin as well. He made a mistake as well early on in the race. So, not a bad effort. And then unfortunately, Ash Flash, he don't know what happened to him. He just could not get onto the track fast enough.
He was doing really well.
Yeah,
he was doing really well for most of the race, and I think just a couple mistakes, and that's all it takes.
Well, let's have a look at the final standings for race number 1. So Chris Munro, he pretty dominating performance there. He just drove away, untouchable. 16.9 seconds to McGrother. Like that's typical Chris Munro. Like you just can't afford to let Munro get into a rhythm. He's just one of those drivers. You have to beat him up a little bit on the first lap. Magruder comes home in 2nd. Harley Marshall 3rd. Rudenko, great performance for Vladimir, up into the top 5 after starting way down in 8th place, I think it was. Barber, great performance for him, fighting back to 5th. Dravomir, he's going to be a bit disappointed with that result. Jake Catlin in 7th. Goskett in 8th. Owen Page 9th. Matt Double does manage to fight back. I don't know what actually happened to Double. He ended up in pit lane for a reason. And then, just managed to fight back into the top 10. But he will have pole position for race number 2. Matt Williams and Lauren McLaughlin out of 12th. Ash Flash in 13th. Jonathan Harris in 14th. And then Joshua Rickers a DNF for reasons. So that is that for race number 1. We have Valkstar there. Oh yeah, had a moment. I want to say that's who is that? Who is Valkstar? Is that, do you reckon that's Owen Page, or?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. I can only think of one person who had a lose.
Shat
Oh,
myself in turn one and
yeah.
on the second lap. Oh,
Second last lap, yeah. We've obviously missed that moment, but yeah. Jeez. Oh, we got to give a result. Oh, well, no one put in any channel points, so never mind. But yeah, Barber fighting into the top 5. Jeez, you would have put some channel points on that one, that's for sure. Just waiting for the server to go back up. Who really impressed you in that race, Steve?
yeah, I don't know, a lot happened. I get like you can't go past Chris Monroe's pretty dominant performance. But then what's that guy's name who came fourth? Sorry, like
Rudenko.
new names. Yeah, so I think that's probably a good run for him. You know, making up 5 spots
Yep.
and keeping it clean, keeping his nose clean, and you know, coming home in 4th. It's not too bad of a run. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with Rudenko's performance as well. He just sort of stuck to his rhythm. He, like I said, he just flew under the radar that entire race, and then all of a sudden was like, oh, he's in 4th. Wow. But I mean, you're having a quiet race like that, take it. I know I
Yeah.
do.
And then there was um I forgot these names. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
The one that uh spun out at the start of the race, and he had that battle with the Drav at the end. Um,
Barber. Yep.
Barber, that's the one. So
Col-
Barber, you know, he clawed himself back up
mm,
there. So
into the top
you know, that
5.
was pretty
Yeah.
impressive. So
Yeah. Very.
there was a few good performances out there. So it's yeah.
I think there's a few drivers that their final result didn't really reflect how they actually raced in race number 1. I think Ash Flash is one of those drivers. He's just
Yeah.
got. Oh, okay. We have got a server up. Okay, join in quickly. I think Matt Double was another one. He just, for whatever reason, he ended up taking a tour through pit lane. Might just have a quick squiz through the Indycar chat and just see if we got any update from Matt Double. Nope. Nope. Okay. So yeah. Oh, speaking of the Discord, if you want to get involved with what you're seeing right here, there's the GT Club Discord. Get involved, jump in, and race with these guys. I've got quite a bit coming up. Something that's really caught my eye is the GT2 cars. That looks like fun.
Yeah. That will probably be coming up. Just have to look at balance those cars out if they're not. But yeah, there might be a few changes on the schedule of things. See how it goes.
Mm. There we go. Screen share is up.
Talking about schedule, I'll probably only be able to do like the first 5 minutes of this, and I'll have to head off.
Yeah, well, it's been great having you, Steve.
Hmm.
It's great to hear the cries of the eagle again.
The Eagles flying in.
Yep, that's right. And also, welcome to the GT Club Discord parity. Oh, that's perfect timing. You got the perfect candidate to sort out those GT2 cars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have a look at some upcoming series as well. The GT3 World Challenge looks interesting. The American Racing Championship as well. That's about it, really.
Yeah.
Oh, M1
Yeah.
Pro Car.
That'll get updated. I've got a few good and fun series up and coming. So see what happens.
Mm.
See what happens.
Nice casual.
Might even revisit some classics that we've done in the past as well. That's been popular. So
Oh,
like the
yeah.
GT4s.
Yes, the GT4s were very, very popular. I think they were some of the best racing that we had on this channel, actually.
Yeah.
The Ford Focus RS Super Cup was quite popular as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Geez, I'm honestly super excited about GT2. I went to the Bathurst 12 hour and there was that KTM GT2. That thing
Yeah.
was cool. That thing was cool.
Yeah.
Just a damn shame that Dale Wood had to break it. Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
hopefully, yeah.
Oop. All right, we better run through some starting order for race number 2. So Matt Double and Owen Page off the front row of the grid. So that'd be Double absolutely abusing the valves on his car. Guskett and Catlin off of row 2. Dravelmere and Barber off row 3. Row 4 will be Rodenko and Marshall. McGrotha and Munro off of row number 5. Then we have Williams, McLaughlin, Flash, Harris, and Rickers. Though Matt Williams hasn't jumped in the server yet, which is concerning. Starting right there if he actually turns up. Now we've got 45 seconds. Let's go for a little fly. See if we can find anything funny. It's 13 times. I have no idea. Is that a reference to something? Hang on, we'll have a look on the other side. Nope. Nothing at all there. God. Nothing on the balloons. Oh, is there anything in the balloons? Those balloons are flying by themselves. That is a concern. Yeah.
Drone balloons.
Elon Musk's hot air balloons. They're self-driving. That is a very interestingly decorated tower there. Let's have a look at the crowd. Got some fairly uninterested spectators there. They're not even looking at the cars. The cars are down that way, folks. Come on. God, one job. These guys have got the right idea. Oh, except for that guy. God, wrong way. Alright, cars are moving around track, so I guess we'll stop dribbling and I'll remove my face. There we go. So, let's have a look at your... Well, I mean, after the start from race number 1, I'm sort of expecting Matt Double to take the whole shot, and I've totally forgotten to do a prediction. Start a new prediction. Hell with it. I'll give you 30 seconds. Clean start, yes or no? Have a punt. What do you think, Steve? It was only just a not clean start. If Barber hadn't.
I don't think he got hit. I think he just overdid it himself. It'll be good to see the replay later on. But yeah, it might have been a clean start, and he just.
Well, I mean, I already called it.
Out.
It was not a clean start. I mean, I already called it, so can't change it. So everyone's starting to form into 2x2. We got a little bit of warpage going on. Got a few stragglers catching up to the field. That's okay. We don't go racing till somewhere up here. All right, here we go. Let's get set for a start. Matt Double had a lightning start off of row 3. Can he repeat it off the front row? Set for a start. And it looks like we are away in racing. Didn't get a start beep that time. Oh well. So let's see as they fly into turn number 1. Oh, we got cars going left, right, and centre. Oh, that is a huge crash. Oh, Harley Marshall's involved. I see Gusket's involved. Rodenko and Munro's involved too. So That has been a chaotic start to race number 2. But it is Matt Double who's got the whole shot ahead of Page. Up into third is Catlin. There's a bit of a gap. Oh, we got cars around. That's McLaughlin. Barber's binned it. Everyone's just throwing away race number 2.
This is where you need a yellow flag system.
Full course caution.
Safety car. Yeah, like a safety car, sorry, yeah.
Well, it's not too late. I can get out there. It is too late. We're not doing that. So, well, this is a nasty looking. Oh, Rickers is a DNF, unfortunately. As we head out onto the front straight, we see Double hitting the push to pass. We see Dravomir hitting push to pass around the outside of Williams. Williams just happy to hang on to those push to passes. Oh, we got battle at the front here. Catlin and Page side by side, but Catlin's made the move stick. Oh, this is just helping Double get away. Look at the names just moving up and down. Oh, wow. Dravomir's around. And so is Double too. So we've had a little bit of chaos. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Munro. Yeah. Oh, Dravomir is not in a hurry to get moving again. In fact, I think that is going to be a DNF. Oh, Page is around. So this has been a bit of a chaotic reverse top 10 race 2. Normally isn't this chaotic with GT Club. And Page is around again.
Well, you always get those type of races. You'll get one that is just... People get super excited.
Oh, Williams got a little bit of excited there. He's just grabbed the throttle a little bit too early. And that's let Harley Marshall through. It may allow Rudenko to get through. Rudenko's actually just, again, flown onto the radar despite being involved in that Turn 1 shenanigans. As they tip into Turn 1, Marshall just sweeps across the nose of Williams. And Marshall will take that top 5 place away from Williams. Rudenko, the next one to line up behind Williams. Bit of a train forming here. So Flash with the, oh, bit of a bump there, and around goes Flash. I think he may have just grabbed the inside front brake. On the run into the turn, what turn is that? Turn 5, turn 6? Williams running wide, and that's compromised his run onto the front straight. Here comes Rudenko. He's going to get that move done easy. So Catlin, fast lap of the race, 13.2. Hello, Drav. That was not a good start for you. So suboptimal.
We didn't see what happened there, Drav, but it looked pretty chaotic.
Yeah, I think there might have been a little bit of touchy-feely. How you going? So, well, this battle, Williams, to his credit, he's not just rolling over.
Ooh,
and
engine blew up for Drav. Yeah.
Hit twice, and second time the engine died. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, Drav, where have you been? Have you not had the stream fired up while you're racing?
Yes, I'm back.
You know, Drav, you should just jump into the commentary box with us.
Yeah.
Go on, Drav.
Come join us.
I trust you to have a cool head.
I think someone's internet dropped out. That's what I'm reading on the Indycar chat.
Oh, yeah. Rickers, he's back in the race.
In Go Races, that's...
Yeah, I'll just shoot him a message.
I think he's in. Grab, how you going?
chaps?
Oh, hello, Dravmy. Not the way you wanted to end United Racing.
No, it was very strange. Make contact, so I had to go across the grass so I didn't spin out. And as I came out on the other side, hit the throttle, nothing happened. And look at the damage indicator and glowing red engine.
Ah.
Don't know whether it's bouncing over the grass or just the perfect hit on the side of the car or what it was, but yeah, very unfortunate.
Yeah, it's
It's certainly the first time.
worst way to go out. So,
I mean, we've had people in the series blow their engines with the downshift, so there's obviously no downshift protection in these cars.
I haven't noticed. I thought there was some. Maybe I'm just not dashing aggressively enough.
Oh, jeez, Williams was
there's a
doing.
battle here.
Well, Williams is doing so well there, and unfortunately, he's just made a little mistake, and he's just been freight trained by everyone. That means that the other Vladimir, he's now into 7th, but he's battling away with Magruder there, and he'll just tuck in behind the number 6 as they head through turn 1 and 2. He's got to be mindful of Barber, who's again out of position. And also just lurking is Chris Munro. This is certainly a tasty battle pack.
Yeah, Chris is running low error, so expect him to do some menace on the straights.
Oh, we have a car off the track. I don't know who that is. I think that might be, yeah, Gusket. Ah. Geez, no one wants to stay on the track in race number 2. It's
It's off-road race, this one.
off-road
It's
race.
mandatory. One spin per race is pretty much, the going rate here.
Well, this is Rallycross now. It's no longer IndyCar. Everyone's got to do a joker lap. Tell you what,
Gotta say,
yeah, go on.
the amount of people that are, like, how close the pace is between a lot of drivers it's good for the series. Like, a lot of competition up and down the field.
Oh yeah.
Like, reverse grid, Catalan is holding his own, Harris is up there. It's really cool.
Yeah, some of these guys they're running their gear ratios way too low. Because I can hear that limiter screaming down the straight. You know, it's just really.
Yeah, but I tested that out as well. Unless you're boosting, running with that lower gear ratio gives you better overall lap time, but then you're limited by the boost, pretty much hitting the limiter early.
Yeah, so like if I haven't really driven these cars, but if you're in the midst of battle and you got slipstreaming and you need to defend with your boosts, then I don't know, you're
for race
shooting
two,
yourself in the foot a little bit because you're just limiting your speed. But maybe for hot lapping it'll be good. But
yeah, race 2 I cranked up the gear 6 gear ratio a little bit just to give me that headroom for overtakes. It was working until it wasn't.
it's because
just don't break your car, and then you win races.
I know, I'm going to spend my development budget into some reinforcements.
Yeah. It's just about to bring it up. You brought up actually, Drav, how close everyone is. I was sort of expecting Double to just sort of skip away, starting off the front row, but Catlin's gone with him, and Catlin is actually starting to get ready to apply the blowtorch.
who's got more push to pass? Because I can't read it off your screen.
Well, they both have 7 push to passes left. They've been sort of using it at the same time, so I'm expecting someone to use push to pass. There we go. Catlin push to pass. He's actually in slipstream now. Let's see if he can use it.
Double's defending as well with push.
Yeah, so Matt's defending, but he's on the
limiter.
limiter. He's got nowhere to go.
Oh, I know. This is...
He just
Yeah,
can't
he's got nowhere
use
to
it.
go. He just can't. He's got no legs. We've seen this in race 1 with a few guys. Like, yeah, so if I was Catlin, I wouldn't be using push to pass down the straight. I'll be doing it on a smaller.
Yeah,
if there is one, you'll have to find a shorter straight to use it on, because he's got absolutely nowhere to go down the straight.
The tough part is the exit here is if you try to get on the power too early, which is what happened to me, you just spin. So by
Yeah.
the time you straighten up,
But down this track, I'll be using push to pass down here, maybe.
yeah, but then he'll be vulnerable to Matt. Matt pretty much would just, even without boost, would just drive past him.
Yeah.
But yeah, that he has to try something else. This won't work.
Oh,
And
it's
looks
getting tight.
So he'll be pressing it now. You watch. He always puts it. He puts the boost on really early.
Matt has the luxury of the straight line speed, so he just boosted the moment he sees Catlin close. That's when he activates it and just
There we
stretches
go.
the legs.
So push to pass active for double. Catlin though, he used the slipstream. He's tucked back in. He's moving left and right, trying to find.
But he's got nowhere to go. So Matt knows that he doesn't have the legs. So
It's in
even
this section.
without-
It's this section here. Any of the twists and turns are the high risk areas for double because we've seen it all night. It's very easy to lose control of these cars. And we also still don't know why double ended up in pit lane in race 1. Drov, are you able to shed any light as to what happened to double in race 1?
Yes, he was worried about the tyres and decided to pit because he thought everybody else's tyres would fall off. And there's a bug in this track where if you line your car up the wrong way, you can't pit anyway. Your pit window just disappears.
Oh.
So he basically did a drive through the pits, waved to everybody hello, and continued on his merry way.
Oh dear. Yeah, well, that's. I'm glad that there's no mandatory pit stops then.
Now, so I had a look. If you line your car up slightly to the left of the window, the pit box stays, but apparently not for everyone, because Matt tried to do what I told him to do and it still didn't work.
Here we go. Catlin trying the same strategy, but it's actually worked. Catlin has taken the lead, but he's got the same problem. Double doesn't need to use push to pass, although Catlin trying to go the long way around at turn 1 and Double just holding him off for now. Great exchange for the lead of this race. We've also got Harris and McGruder side by side down the front straight. Here we go. Swap over to this battle, and McGruder, I think he's done enough.
Harris is another one of those low, like tall gear, low wing drivers, so he'll be hard to pass on the straight. And
Well, they're side by side. Oh, the touch there. Oh, McGruder sideways. This might open the door for Munro. And also Rudenko as well. Here comes Munro with a dive bomb up the inside. I think he'll make the move stick. Oh no, he's
pushed it too hard.
He's binned it. Oh, we've had a disconnect. Barber's out.
Oh no.
Oh no, you're joking. The internet gods the internet gods are not happy tonight. So Barber has.
There's a few glitchy cars on the track.
Oh, who's that? That's Marshall. So Marshall's made a mistake, and that will bring him under attack from Harris. And Catlin's also made a mistake, a 21, and he's dropped 7 seconds. So that's allowed Double just to get away.
That's pretty much drive to the end without mistakes, and there's your win. Easier said than done in these cars.
Oh yeah.
When you're relaxed, that's when you spin it.
It just seems to be you just go a little bit more than a bit too much toe pressure on the throttle, and you end up facing the wrong way.
And it's pretty much uncatchable. The only way to do it is just to stop the car, and it's not fun.
Nah. No, we've seen a couple of people having to lock all the brakes just to try and regain control. Let's look out the back of Marshall's car. We've got McGruder just slowly closing the gap as we head back onto the speedway section. And tell you what, again, that's not the car I wanted. This is the guy I wanted. He's again flown under the radar. Rudenko, I don't know what it is about this guy. He just flies under the radar. Next minute, you know, he's in the top 5.
Just doesn't make mistakes, puts the car where it needs to be.
Yeah, very, very good driver.
They trained well in Russia.
He's your protege, is it, Drav?
I haven't taken him under my wing yet, but looks like he's doing alright by himself. My
We're gonna have
protege is out fishing somewhere.
out fishing somewhere. we're gonna have Team Vlad now.
Yeah, I saw the name pop up. I'm like, oh no, there can only be one.
Well, just looking at the progress, Marshall and McGruder, well, Harris actually has been the best performer. He's up 8 positions. Owen Page has lost the most amount of positions, down 7 places. Certain that Page started off the front row of the grid. Down there in 10th place at the moment. Well, my dark horse, he's just, oh no, I've lost my TV cameras, never mind. Ash Flash, he's just quietly sidled on into the top 10. As we have a bit of a change in position, well, a attempt to change position. Around the outside goes McGruder. He's going to be vulnerable for the switchback from Marshall. It's not over yet. Marshall will take the title line and he'll have to pull out of it. McGruder very late on the brakes for turn 4. Now Rudenko's going to be looking for the move. Hang on to it. Oh, Chris Munro. That was very, very tight. He threaded the needle perfectly there. But that has cost him a little bit of time, unfortunately. But I expect Chris Munro to get back up into fighting contention with Marshall and McGruder.
I reckon, yeah, P3 would be his for the taking.
I have to say, the battle for first isn't over yet because Catlin's starting to reel in double. The gap's down to 5.3 seconds. So 10 minutes to go. Well, have a quick look at double. What was his last time? A 14.6. Catlin a 14.2. So yeah. Marshall again swaps places with McGruder. So it's really this section here that you have to work hard to try and break that slipstream down the front straight. There must have been a touch there.
This corner, it invites you always. It's just like, just a little bit earlier on the power, just a little bit more power.
Yeah, you can't really afford to do that in these cars. We've been saying it a lot in our streams here at Go Race Promotions, but you've got to just have faith in your pace. Oh, jeez.
Oh, that was scary. I thought Munro was flew off the track.
That's a little bit of a desync there from Munro. So we got the Brawn TARDIS apparently.
Oh, here we go. He's getting a lot on the straight. And that's, oh yeah, push the passes, engage, watch this cannon.
And he has got the longer gear ratio. He's found the fence down the front straight. We're going 3 wide. Ooh. Oh, that was a clench moment. Code Brown right there, but somehow they've all managed to get through.
That's, yeah, you need driver of Munro's skill to pull that one off.
It was almost Matt Cotter-esque, wasn't it? Just send it in, hope for the best. Here we go. Marshall, I don't think he's going to be able to defend much from this, although he's going to go the long way around.
Oh, no.
Got a little bit sideways.
There's no need to risk that. He could have just done it on the straight.
Yeah, I think for a lot of drivers like Chris, you sort of don't want to do it on the straights because that's like, it feels cheap to do it on the straights. You want to do it in the corners.
The purists.
Yep. You don't want to be known as the straight line driver. Like, anyone can be fast in a straight line. There's McGruder, fortunately on the limiter, and Munro using push to pass. So it's battle for the final step of the podium. It's really lighting up.
Guys, I'm impressed with Monroe because he's running lower wings and still holding the scene on the track. I tried going lower wings and 30% of the time. Oh, come on. No.
That was a bit dirty.
Gotta
That
give that one
was
back.
a little bit too aggressive. Marshall, he'll be feeling a little bit hard done by there.
I hope Monroe gives that back. That's not,
Yeah.
that's not a move.
So there wouldn't have been anything malicious in that. Just maybe misjudged where the front of the car was. But yeah, for sure, he should probably give that position back. But, well, McGrother is going to force him off the podium anyway as we head into turn number 1. Oh no, this is not looking good. I've seen cars fanning out across the main straight. As they tip into turn 1. Oh, Rudenko! God, that car snapped under brakes. He's done enough to hold on. He's only lost 1 position. That's a pretty good effort. Oh, he's got sucked into that one. It's so easy when the guy in front of you goes in deep, you follow him in. So Harris was, don't want to say he was, was it Harris or was it Marshall that he was following?
I think Harris, there was 2 red cars. Or red-ish cars.
Well, pink's a shade of red. It's a lightish red. And this just elevates this guy up into 8th. Flash is
Mr. Dark
just,
Horse.
he's just like Rudenko. He just flies under the radar, and he just picks up good results. Meanwhile, the gap.
Just gotta commentate curse. The 7 guys ahead of him.
Oh,
And that's it.
who was that? Oh, that was McLaughlin going wild there. I've got a pretty bad habit of commentator cursing people. Oh, someone's gone off. Who's gone off? Oh, that's Harris. Harris has gone off. So Harris drops down. He might lose a position here to Rudenko. He's got the inside line. Try and stop Rudenko though. He just goes around the outside. He's not bothered.
So that was 1 to go. I mean, 1 done. 6
Yep.
to go.
Who's next? Who's on the chopping block next?
Flash.
Monroe. Monroe's in 3rd.
Yeah, they're trading positions, Munro and McGrother. So for McGrother, it's going to be tough down this section because, yeah, Chris has got that taller gear ratio. Here, McGrother absolutely bashing that limiter. Bashing the limiter like it owes him money. Well,
Yeah, but Chris is doing such a stellar job of just keeping that car planted.
well, he's got a lot of experience driving cars that don't want to stay in a straight line with the V8 supercars.
I guess so. Like, with a lot of cars that don't have any aero assistance whatsoever. So,
Well, if you listen, he seems to be using a higher gear. So he's not in that power band of the engine, really. So he can sort of feed the throttle on a little bit faster than what everyone else can, and that's helping him here.
I might have to try that trick next time.
Well, I'm surprised you haven't already tried that trick. Because Barber was utilising that really effectively at Laguna Seca through the corkscrew.
Yeah, I was taking 2nd through there, but it's getting that, breaking the habit. I'm used to using the throttle to dance the back of the car around, whereas with these cars, you just do not do that.
No. No, that's a recipe for a bad time in these cars.
I guess open wheelers are more about precision than You know, you have to be more precise.
Hmm.
It's like F1 driver, racing F1 cars. It's just more precision than, you know,
Oh,
using throttle to.
ooh. It's not exactly what you want to see when you come around a corner. Yeah, yeah, open wheelers. I agree with that, Steve. You've got to be so precise, and they're so sensitive. I mean, being
Yeah.
aero dependent as well, they do have a tendency to just snap. Of course, the engine's in the wrong end of the car too. That doesn't help. Could be worse. Could be a Porsche.
Imagine a Porsche-powered Indycar.
Uh,
Well, that's almost Formula One's almost heading that way.
well, yeah, yeah. Audi and Porsche looking to get into Formula One. That's I hope that they allow Andretti to get in as well. Let's just get more teams into Formula One. Stuff it.
The amount
Yeah.
of young guys just sitting there on the sides, waiting to have a go. Just yeah, Andretti is a no-brainer. I don't know why there's such a big resistance to it.
Prize money.
Yeah, true. But
Yep.
the budgets are limited anyway. You're
Yeah,
driving almost for free now.
I don't know. I don't know. It's politics. Filthy, dirty politics.
Get Bernie in there. He'll slap some heads around.
Wasn't Bernie the reason why we have all this politics in the first place?
Yeah, but he dictated his way through things when he needed to.
Yeah, true. Now, the battle
Matt
for
Double
the
make a
lead,
mistake.
I think so, because the gap is
Oh.
down to less than 2 seconds.
And
So
there we go, 3 laps to go. Because they're still.
Yep. Well, I think it'll be 2 laps because we'll be on the penultimate lap now.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So Catlin's got to have the lap of his life right now if he wants to have a shot at Matt Double on the final lap.
Looks like 2.3 second gap. That's too much.
Anything can happen. Oh wait, that must be the commentator's curse. Sorry, Matt.
Oh no, I didn't say that. It was Dravu who laid out
No,
the
I meant
curse.
Matt Double if something happens.
Oh yeah. I think something is going to happen. Like Catlin, he is on a charge. He's definitely got the eyes on. He's already ripped out 6/10 out of Double's lead.
Yeah, he actually used push to pass in that short straight.
Well, push to pass is still active now. He is on the limit here. He's just see he wants this this win. It's going to be a big ask though. 1.8 seconds as they start
Matt
the final
will have to
lap.
make a mistake.
Do you think Double will make a mistake? He's
Nah.
he's got a
Matt's pretty
comfortable gap.
experienced. Yeah.
It's not a TA2 car at Lime Rock. He'll be fine.
Well, there it is. There's the curse. I'll just write that down. That wasn't me.
I'm sorry in advance, Matt.
Did he have a moment in Lime Rock? Did he?
Oh yeah.
You
I remember that
leading
one.
by miles and
He binned it.
It was a
Last lap, yep.
spectacular bin. It was a spectacular bin.
Shit.
No such mistakes being made here yet.
what? Look at Mr. Harris. 10 push to passes up his sleeve. What is the man doing?
Yeah, we noticed that the first race. I think he either doesn't know about it or he hasn't assigned the button for it.
Alright, have to tell him next race.
Yep. But well, anyway, Matt Double's done enough, but it has been a pretty strong drive from Catlin. He got that gap down from 7 seconds to just a second as they cross the line. Matt Double, winner of race number 2. Catlin home in second. We're going to go back to Chris Munro, although I dare say Chris is going to have a bit of a meeting with the stewards at the end of this one, potentially. He'll come home in third. We'll put a question mark over that one. McGrother will come home in fourth. We've got a little battle here. I think Ash is going to hang on for a 7th. The two drivers just fly under the radar, Flash and Rudenko, 7th and 8th respectively. I can't really see anyone else that's close. But, Yeah, what an exciting race number 2. I don't even know what happened on that first lap. It was just chaos. So, just one more car. That's actually 2 more cars. We have McLaughlin just sort of character building experience here in the Indycars, isn't it? Yeah. Not quite a V8 supercar.
You had to get last one in there, Matt, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Commentator cursed this poor guy on his last lap.
It's not as bad as that time I cursed Zach Scowen at the top of the mountain in TA2s. That was just like a live curse. I didn't even finish the sentence and he binned it. It was that was one of my most brutal curses I've ever done. Anyway, Laurie will come home. He won't bin it anymore. Like, surely he can't bin it from here. He won't bin it into the fence. Definitely not going to bin it into the fence at all. Yep, now you see, I don't curse people all the time. All right, let's run through some results, and it's a pretty sad result screen for you, Drove. Matt Double first, Jake Catlin second, Chris Munro the podium right there. McGrother and Harley Marshall round out the top 5. Then we go back to Guscott, Ash Flash, a great performance from Ash. Started 13th, finished 7th. Vladimir Rudenko, at least one Vladimir had a good night. 2 top 10s for him. Harris in 9th and Owen Page coming home to round out the top 10. Matt Williams in 11th, Laurie McLaughlin in 12th. Joshua Rickers, I think he had a dreaded disconnect halfway through the formation lap, didn't he? Then we go back to Barber and Dravomir, our 2 DNFs for the night. That is that for tonight. Gee, another night of fantastic racing from the IndyCars.
Yeah, it was shaping up pretty well.
Mm.
I'm off. Thank you, Matt, for commentating. Steve, Ghost emerges. Awesome to see you back.
Yeah, no, it's good to be back. So yeah.
Yep.
And
Cheers, man.
you both or one or many next week.
All right, no worries.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll definitely be back next week. Guess I'll start talking about what we got lined up for this weekend. So we talked about Long Beach a little bit earlier. Well, Sunday night we've got stadium trucks from Long Beach. Oh boy, can't wait for that one. It was we learned from Watkins Glen that these stadium trucks are pushing the physics engine of Assetto. So it's going to be interesting to see what they can do at Long Beach. Then we go back to Shakedown Racing, sim racing on Tuesday night on the Assetto Corsa Competizione, round 3 of their GT3 series at Alton Park. So we've had some pretty chaotic tracks, but not a lot of chaotic racing really. We've been to Imola, Zandvoort, now Alton. It's going to be a tough night for those guys. Then we head back to GT Club with the IndyCars. Where are we racing next? I think it's Road America, if I'm not mistaken. What did I say it was? Road America? Yep, Road America.
Yeah.
There you go. So that's going to be pretty cool. And then the following Sunday, I believe we are back with the stadium trucks for second week in a row from Simmons Plains. And that is the next 2 weeks streaming for us. Although, actually on the 2nd of next month, I'll be over at the Octane Online YouTube channel for their Zandvoort. Let me check. I should be on top of this, but I'm not. I know it's an endurance race at Zandvoort. What do we got? What have we got? So, just give me a second. Patience. Give me a drum roll. Someone give me a drum roll. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep the drum rolls going. Oof! 7 hours around Zolder. That is going to be brutal. It'll be starting. The stream will be starting at 2 o'clock with some support events, and then we go into qualification and racing after that for 7 hours. Oh boy, head over to YouTube and follow the Octane Online channel. And yeah, it's going to be a brutal night. Yeah, thank you to Steve for jumping into the channel. It is great to have you back, Club Captain. And of course, thank you to Vladimir for being good sport and jumping into the commentary box after having a terrible night. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
Hopefully
Fun
we
to
see
watch.
you back on track very, very soon. Because as much as I enjoy commentary, it is so much better to be racing. And I know you'd feel the same. But yeah, otherwise, guess we'll wrap up this stream here. Because I don't know, there's no really other way to end that one. That was a great night of racing. Anyway, thank you everyone for joining in. Thank you for, well, we didn't really have anyone follow, but that's okay. Up to 448 followers. We're getting close to that 500 mark, slowly but surely. Share the stream around. Follow us on YouTube as well. And yeah, we will see you next time. See you later, everyone.